Marcus Rashford at Aston Villa may very well work. What do I mean by that? In my opinion, Villa has the potential to be the perfect place for the striker, just because we've seen it already. Why is this technically a good move for both the player and the club, but may turn into a nightmare for Emery?
I couldn't put Marcus to see the way you're supposed to play football, and
Emery's work has genuinely proven to be rather effective for middle or low-ranked teams, and the last 5 teams in his managerial career are simply impressive: Sevilla, PSG, Arsenal, Villarreal, and right now Aston Villa. I'll let this picture speak for itself in terms of the things he won. Most of them came over the course of 2 years with PSG in a not so competitive league, but yeah, Arsenal was practically his only team where things didn't go amazingly well. Was he the only reason? Then I wouldn't say so. But after that he set sail for Spain and proved that Villarreal was more his cup of tea. A team with no stars, where he can do the thing he does best: improve players and make them better. He didn't manage to get Villarreal into the Champions League spots, but won the Europa League in his second season, which was a familiar feeling after his triple Europa League success in a matter of 3 years. And yes, to this day, he is still the manager with most Europa League trophies. So having all this experience, can you take the strongly criticized Rashford and turn him into 22-23 season beast Rashford? Probably. There is one simple aspect that needs to be taken care of: Rashford's work ethic. Aston Villa play 4-2-3-1 and they press with 2 players high up the pitch. One of them is the striker, or in our case Rashford, and he will need to run his heart out in order for Villa's press to work as usual. That right now is being done by Ollie Watkins, who was expected to leave Villa in the January transfer window, but things didn't go as planned. The other Villa striker, John Duran, was bought by Saudi club Al Nassr, and the English team had one more place they needed to fill, especially considering the tough run of fixtures as they qualified straight into the round of 16 in the Champions League and are chasing European spots in the Premier League, which is not going great so far. But the English star going there on a loan does not mean that he gets the wanted minutes from the start, and with the bad reputation he created, he would need to do his best in order to prove himself and earn a spot in this fierce competition. Donio Malan from Borussia Dortmund and Marco Asensio also joined the Villains attack, the first one with a transfer and the latter on a loan deal till the end of the season. So Aston Villa has choices, and whether Rashford gets to be one of them depends solely on him. His characteristics as a player seem to really suit the style of playing of Unai Emery. The speed which Marcus possesses can be crucial for the sprints behind the line of the opposition defense that Watkins often does, and the dribbling skills help immensely in the situations when Rashford will be left one-on-one with the last defender to create him enough free space to shoot the ball. If we compare his statistics in the last 2.5 seasons, we can see the only chart that stays rather consistent is his attempted dribbles. Also that this season so far, despite being left out of the squad by Amorim, before his arrival, Rashford has drastically improved his chart of creating chances, which could suggest, and I'm stressing on the part could suggest, that he can either be a threat himself while also trying to set up his teammates for dangerous opportunities. And that's not all of it. He's no stranger to also playing on the left or on the right, and has the ability to be really versatile, which will drastically help with Villa's fixtures. Overall, the Birmingham club is one of the best destinations for Rashford's resurgence, and it is entirely up to him to show his career is not over and he still possesses the qualities he's had before. It will not be the first time when a Manchester United player will leave the club and then massively improve his performance on the pitch. Perfect example is Jadon Sancho, who is doing pretty well with Chelsea, and Scott McTominay with Napoli. If the same fate happens to follow Antony at Real Betis or Rashford at Villa, and Amorim's team continues to struggle in the Premier League, then many questions will start to get asked about Robben's future as a manager of the club. This leads to the next cycle of manager rotations going nowhere, but it will further prove that the problem in United is on the higher positions of the structure.